Maybe you've heard the saying that if you don't ask for what you want, don't be mad if you don't get it. And it's kind of along those lines in that statement that I'm starting to see a trend or a theme with some of my clients. I hear things like, I'm unsure what my boss thinks about my work. I'm feeling insecure about my leadership skills. I'm lacking confidence in the product that I'm putting forth. My next question is typically, well, have you asked? And often enough, the answer is no, they have not asked for any sort of feedback. And as we dig deeper into why, what is often coming up is that my livelihood is based upon my job. If I ask questions that maybe I deem as stupid, or I think you might judge me for asking the question, or a whole host of other reasons, what we start to do is we hold back. In some instances, we shrink. Ultimately, we're not asking for what we need to feel comfortable and confident and secure to go about our day-to-day work. And really, this bleeds over into our lives. And so it begs the question, why not ask for what we need? Now, for the reasons I just said, those are typically the reasons. And yet, as I work with clients and they start to ask for what they need, they start to realize that their headspace, the internal conversations, the dialogue, the narrative that they're having in their brain starts to become more positive. They're spending less and less energy thinking, God, I wonder what my boss thinks. God, I must be screwing it up. I'm not very good at my job. I need to do. We start to then have what's called a shame attack. I had a client call it a shame spiral, but one negative thought leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And this easily could be stopped by sharing what's going on inside of our heads, such as an observation. It could be saying, hey, boss, coworker, colleague, direct report, I'm feeling a little insecure, or I'm unsure, or I'd really appreciate your feedback. How did I show up? How did you hear me say what I said? Am I doing a good job? By simply asking for what we need or sharing an observation, all of a sudden now, the missing blanks in our lives that we've been filling in with our brain can now be filled in with someone else's perspective. And when their perspective and their opinions are important to us, all of a sudden now, things start to clear up. Instead of me wondering if I'm doing a good job, I say to my boss, hey, am I doing a good job? And if I get the positive affirmation or even constructive criticism, I now have data and information for me to make some change going down the road. I encourage you, if you feel insecure, unsure, lacking confidence, something negative that you are not aware of or don't know why or what's going on, I encourage you, ask questions. Ask the people you trust at work or even at home if this is where it's going on, and ask a very clear, direct, open-ended question and see what you get back. What I'm experiencing firsthand and secondhand with my clients is that when we start to ask the questions for the feedback or the information that we need, the narrative and the conversations and the dialogue that we're having in our brains start to diminish. We start to free up energy to do even greater things than we're doing today. So my encouragement to you is ask for what you need. Thanks for listening.